Hi guys, welcome to our channel. In this video I will narrate a story called A Strange Dream. The story begin. She could not believe it with her eyes. Could not be more unbelievable. After seeing it, the chest began to throb and breathe, and blood flowed through all the veins in the body like a river flooding. At 10 p.m., a small child was lying on the sidewalk in the distance. This street was lit up with electric lights, as if a few stars were blazing in the cloudy sky. She looked out of the car for a few minutes, stopped the car and started walking hurriedly down the sidewalk towards where the baby was. All kinds of counting flow in her mind ran like the Tamaraparani River. Maybe if it was a trap set for him. Then the waves joined from brain to heart, counting as the river joins the ocean, thinking of all sorts of after effects that might befall him. As the flowers crawled around the beetles, her eyes widened as she looked closer in all directions, feeling the thunder-striking sensation of rage, fear, and anxiety. Oh my God! What's weird? Who is this? Is humanity dead? Who did such acts? A child like this in the middle of nowhere. Are they leaving? That child is alive. A feeling arose in her mind like a blooming lotus as she prayed that no one would be hurt. Not even to think. One thing I did not like was still thinking about the evils that happen in the newspapers every day. She reached the path by telling herself that nothing bad would happen. The baby was fine. The tears in her eyes tried to cover her eyesight. She looked into the eyes she didn't want to see, counting on nothing more to happen. She was ashamed on behalf of humanity. She was a little hesitant to pick up the baby and go home. She regrets being in the cage of this community. Akash. When her boyfriend called Akash, she hurriedly started dialing his number. Akash, 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 there is no child on the road. Can you come here a little sooner? All right. Be quiet. Be patient. Where are you? Okay. Right here, Akash, opposite Ahilnagar Street. I'll be back in a 10-minute, you do nothing. Please be careful. Be brave. I will be there now. Do not worry. You stay there. Immediately call the police and tell them what happened. Okay. Right. I will call the police. All right. Akash, please come soon, I am scared. I'm coming. She felt a little relieved. She now sat next to the baby and put her trembling hand on the baby's forehead, finally lifting the baby. The baby did not cry. But the baby's eyes were staring at her. Like a mother, she put the baby on her lap and dialed 1-0-0. No answer. She dialed again. Now they picked up the phone. Hello. I'm talking from Ahilnagar Street. I saw a baby on the way to my house. There is no one around this street. Hello. Madam, can you tell me your name? Radha. What is the right landmark for you? Ahilnagar. Right next to Arulmigu Sri Sakti Muniswarar temple. Can you send someone please? Please. Madam, is anyone else on the side? Anything to beat for the baby? No. No. Baby base. No one around me. Madam, please be careful. We send our men right away. Please look at someone's portfolio. Right? Please be on call. Yes, yes, I will go and see that page. Madam, there is no one here yet. The baby was now constantly screaming and starting to cry. She tapped the baby's chest and tried to calm it down. She could not tell if it was a girl or a boy because it was covered with a cloth. She did not have the courage to undress. She kept tapping the baby's head and chest as slowly as she could. Ma'am, are you in touch? Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm just here. The baby cries. What should I do? Madam, please try to calm the child down. Is there any way to give the baby water? I have it in my car, madam. I stopped at the beginning of that street. Should I take the baby there? No. It's slippery, madam. It's not necessary. Madam, my boyfriend is here. I can see his car. How long does it take for your officers to arrive? Just a few minutes, madam. Please stay connected. Akash. Akash. Is there water in your car? She shouted. Avano from a distance. Stay. Stay, stopped the car at the same time. He got out of the car and started walking towards her. Suddenly a boy ran towards him with a knife in his hand. Akash! Akash! Alas! He could not believe that the boy was going to attack him. She left the baby and ran towards him. She came near him. The next moment the scream landed on her face. Blood and tears flowed together. How is this possible? By the time that counted, everything seemed to be over, and again the knife came towards his forehead. She woke up with a shock. This seemed very real. She immediately realized that it was a strange dream. Oh my God! God! What a dream! Oh no! Then he said, "Baby, baby." Thank God it was a dream. But the baby's face, I still remember. Is there a baby with that face? Lord! I will never forget that face. Who is Akash? What has he got to do with me? I do not know anyone by that name. The dream is different. It's memory. Her sick back was wrapped in a blanket of exhaustion. That early morning. How could such a dream? Who is that person? How did I call the police? I cannot remember that street. What is it? She was awake now thinking of it. Something went wrong in her mind. Something about the dream seemed strange. That is what confused her. There is no famine in this country like there is famine for property and water, she said. Realizing that the dream was over, her heart was now beginning to sink into thought, but was something really going to happen to her? In that depth the sun rose. Radha rolled her eyes and got out of bed and walked to the door to pick up the newspaper. In her already dull eyes, a load of sadness overwhelmed Radha as she looked at the title. The eyes began to tingle with tears.